Hey, what's up? This is Rodney and I'm back. And Little Webbie, listen. So Little Webbie's son, I think, and his two friends were caught running a train on a girl, or about to run a train on a girl. Now, I get it. Let me just say something. Everybody wants to be, oh, look at me. I discipline my kids. You know, everybody wants to run to, you know, Instagram Live, Facebook Live to show everybody, you know, look, I made my kid walk to school because of X, Y, and Z. Or I call the cops on my kid because of X, Y, and Z. But this is what you're not going to do. You're not going to put my motherfucking daughter on Instagram Live. You let me handle that little heifer. But you're not going to put my daughter on Instagram Live, Facebook Live. Because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, that girl is going to get it 20 times harder than these little niggas. When people catch wind of the fact that that girl was about to throw her legs to the moon and let these little 3 boys run a train on her, who you think gonna be getting high fives at school the next day? And who you think they're gonna be calling a hoe and a slut and making fun of? It's gonna be the little girl. Now it's one thing to, you know, yank the little girl out the room and cuss her ass out and then call her mom and dad and be like, look, I just caught your little daughter in the room with my children. I cussed all their asses out, I did. But, you know, you need to come and get her and talk to her. It's one thing to do that. But it's a whole other thing to put that girl's face for the world to see. Knowing how girls are already treated and slut-shamed, you know? I just don't get that. That's the thing I didn't like. If you want to put your sons on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, then so be it. But I didn't like the fact that he put that little girl on Instagram Live. Do she need her ass beat? Yes, she do. You know, it's not even she need her ass beat. I think that's the go-to thing for people. She needs somebody to talk to, clearly. Because anybody, it's one thing, let me just say something. Bitch, ain't nothing wrong with threesomes and trains. Okay? Yes, ma'am. But that's for grown-ass people. That's for grown-ass people who know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing for a grown-ass woman who is in her, I don't know how to say it, or a grown-ass man too. It's one thing for grown-ass people to decide, I want to have a train ran on me, or I want to have a threesome and orgies. It's one thing for you to make that decision as a grown-up. You like, this is what I want to do. But it's a whole other ball game. Like, what the fuck do a 13 or 12-year-old know about getting a train? And what the fuck? Why the fuck are you doing that? It's a big ass difference between a 30-year-old woman and a 12-year-old girl making decisions like that. I remember I was watching Scandal, and remember when Melly's daughter had a train ran on her, and Melly's whole thing was, it would be completely different if you were doing this because you wanted to take control of your sexuality, you were doing it because you wanted to be pleased, and this is what you wanted to do. But the fact that you're just doing it because you want to cut up because, you know, your brother done died, and no, that's not how we gonna do this. And that's how I am too. If you want to get trains ran on you because you want to take control of your sexuality and this is what you want to do, but bitch, you're 12 years old, bitch, you know shit about no sex, you sit your ass down somewhere. Whew. Anyways, child. But yeah, so, I mean, I get where Lil Boosie was coming from. I'm sure that he was coming from a place of love. Lil Boosie. Lil Webbie. I'm sure he was coming from a place of love, but I just think that he should have thought about that before he did that. Because again, like, that girl, once that shit get out of that school, that girl is going to have hell to pay. That girl is probably going to have to transfer schools. Like, don't be putting my goddamn daughter on no goddamn Instagram Live. Now the world going to know she out here hoeing and shit at 13 years old. Your son's going to be getting high fives. Yeah, man, y'all was about to get that bitch. Now my daughter walking around the school, you know, getting teased, being called sluts and hoes. Like, no. Anyways, bye y'all.